The resurrection of Jesus is the cornerstone of Christianity. If it's true, it's of infinite importance. If it's false, the entire faith collapses. But history seems to tell a different story. The disciples of Jesus had nothing to gain from following him. They were persecuted and martyred for their belief in Jesus, and they died for it. Peter was crucified upside down. Paul was beheaded. Matthew and John were killed for their faith. And yet they insisted that they had seen Jesus risen from the dead, and that he was Lord. They did not die for political power or personal gain. They died for what they claimed to have seen, the dead Christ risen from the dead. And since the disciples had such close and intimate fellowship with Jesus, they would have known if he didn't really rise from the dead, which means they either died for what they knew to be a lie, or they really did witness the risen Christ. If you study psychology, you will find out that people do not die for what they know to be a lie. People may die for something false if they're convinced it's true, but no one willingly dies for something they know to be a lie. If the resurrection were a fabrication, it's highly unlikely that a group of first-century men would create such a story, stick to it, and then willingly go to their deaths for something they knew they had made up. This defies human nature and common sense. Historians like Josephus and Roman records confirm the death of Jesus' disciples. Early church fathers like Clement of Rome and Polycarp, who knew the disciples personally, also documented their sufferings and martyrdom. Skeptics have tried to disprove the resurrection for centuries, but history keeps backing it up. If Christ's body was still in the tomb, Christianity would have died right there. But instead, his followers went to their deaths insisting that they had seen him alive, and their message spread like wildfire. So here's the question you have to ask yourself. If the resurrection was just a lie, why did they die for it? Look into the evidence and you'll discover the truth for yourself.